Welcome aboard 6V03 bound for Shoeburyness. We're currently awaiting passing traffic before continuing towards London. Welcome back everyone, how you doing? This is again, quick toot and a horn, this again is Cargo Line Volume 4, the military pack, which has just released today actually. This is the Great Western Express. I thought we'd have a quick look at it on here. We did play it last night in the live stream up on the Preston Carlisle route. If you didn't see that video is available. I'll just put a little link to it now coming up on the top right hand side. You should enjoy that run from Carlisle down to Morecambe. This is Great Western Express, as I've said. This is one of the scenarios that's available for Great Western Express, which is the other route that this cargo line pack is available on, with scenarios and timetable services. We're going to get set up about 30 minutes. We're going to have a look, see what it runs like. We all enjoyed ourselves, I think, last night on the Preston Carlisle. So let's see how we get on. So first of all, we'll get the reverser handle in. Just cancel that. Check the train to ensure it's ready so we can do that. Brake is set to goods, which is quite nice. Got the daytime lights on. Tail lights are off. Instrument lights we want. And the desk light. Let's do that. Got some traffic coming past. That's currently who we're waiting for, I think. Still on the old original Great Western Express. Oh dear, what's happened up there? Look at that. Wow, that's bright. I don't know what's gone on there. I've not noticed that before. Where's the gauge dimmer? There it is. Oh, you can't really see it because it's daylight. Still got the red. We'll just wait for this. And then we'll get underway. Oh, there's more traffic. But here we go. Here are the let's read it. The train consists of 16 well wagons loaded with MOD equipment. You'll be travelling on the up relief line all the way. You're clear to depart. So yeah, on the Great Western Express, this is our cargo. When you play on the Preston Carlisle, you get the other cargo, which are like the little anti-mine sort of tanks, if you will. There's an HST could pass. Plenty of traffic in these scenarios, I've got to tell you. Well, let's hop back in. We'll get the brakes off. Plenty of traffic, as you can see. This pack is out today, by the way. If you're in the UK, 1999. No, it's not 1999. It's 9.99. Better get that right. It's half price, 9.99. As I said, it's available on the Great Western Express and the West Coast Mainline Preston Carlisle with both services and timetable mode. And I've not yet run it on the Great Western Express, so I thought we would. We've not got the upgraded Great Western Express yet. We're still waiting for that. The old original one, which is still pretty good, but it'll look way better once it's been worked on and it's had the tweaks, as we saw with the West Somerset Railway quite recently. You'll get a 66 with this pack. You won't be surprised to know. On the Preston Carlisle, it just utilises a Class 47, which comes with the Preston Carlisle route. So you don't get an additional Class 47 with it. But that's fine. There's plenty of them on the Preston Carlisle. And it is quite nice running one of these cargo lines with the 47. Something a bit different to the 66 normally, because we've all got used to the 66. It comes up time and time again, doesn't it? Why can't we have a new freight loco in TSW? Well, we haven't got a new freight loco, but we've got a loco that is now carrying a new type of freight in the game. So there you go, if you followed all that. But yeah, what is the schedule? We've got Southall, Acton Yard. So we're just going down to Acton Yard. So pretty standard type of service for the cargo line. As we've seen, this is cargo line pack 4. This is my favourite one out of the lot, just because of the Preston Carlisle element to it. Although all the cargo lines have been very good, I have to say. We do have a red, so let's make sure we stop. I don't know how heavy we are. Let's just have a look how heavy we are. We are 779 tons today with this consist. So it's pretty heavy. Let's just wait for the light. Now, did I put the vigilance on? Because the AWS was already on. Let's just have a look. Yes, it is. Which is a bit unusual. I don't remember these, unless it's just the cargo line packs, I don't remember these coming with the safety systems on as a default. But, you know, I might have missed that. It's possible. Right, brakes coming off. We got the yellow. Let's just accelerate slightly and take the weight. Off we go. Right, we've got 6.2 miles till our first go via. But we do have a red beyond this next station, so being freight, we may keep getting stopped along the way, but that is the nature of doing this kind of job, I suppose. So I'm going to give you my verdict about this one up front, because I have spent some time playing it before this video. I've played it on both the PC, we're on the PC right now, and I've played it on the PS5. The PS5 at the time of me recording this has already been released to everybody. PC's coming a little bit later. I've got early access, thank you to Dovetail for supplying that as part of the Dovetail Ambassador program, of course. I've played it on both, quite enjoyed it. I've played it a little bit more actually on the PS5 than I have on the PC, and like I said just at the beginning, all these cargo line packs have been pretty good. This one's quite good because it's interesting. It's a little bit different. There's another HST. A little bit different to what we've been used to. So we've had petroleum, we've had aggregates. And what was the other one we had? Petroleum, aggregates. The other one escapes me. Anyway, we've had 3. This is number 4. They've all been pretty good. I think the price point is about right, I would say. At $9.99. Yes, you're paying for the wagons generally. The wagons and the freight that the wagons are carrying. Generally, they've all been with a 66 so far, which you will already own as part of whatever route you are running them on. But it's just additional gameplay, which is always welcome and something a bit different. So I've quite enjoyed these, and I think you know, it's more of the same, but it's meaning that we're filling up a few more routes with different things, which is always welcome. You can see in this scenario the amount of traffic that's going past is pretty good. So 5 miles to go. It's pretty slow. We've got the red coming up. Let's get prepared for that, shall we? We'll put a little bit of brake in. But yeah, don't forget, if you do want to see what this runs like on the Preston to Carlisle route, do check out that live stream from last night. It's now available on demand. That's about a run of about an hour and 40, just over. So that was one of the longer scenarios. The ones on the Preston Carlisle are very, very long runs, as you can imagine. It's quite a big route, isn't it? But you should enjoy that. Yeah, I've not driven a 166 for ages. I'll have to go back and have a go at that. It was most people's first thing they drove, wasn't it, in TSW back in the day? And I was pleased. I had no train simulation experience, so I was quite pleased that that train was in there, because it's one of the ones that's in the game that's still one of the easiest to drive. And so as a complete noob, you're able to build yourself up on that and start learning signals, etc. It sounds ridiculous now. I've been playing TSW and TS Classic for years. It sounds ridiculous to be saying that, but we've all started somewhere, haven't we? Back in 2018, I'd never driven a train in a simulator. Strange to think. Right, we've got a yellow. Brakes coming off again. Very stop-start, isn't it? But let's go. Try not to spin the wheels. I think we're alright. But yeah, the wagon's very detailed. I was saying on the live stream last night, one thing I particularly like is this weathering with the rust, with the yellow paint coming off. Quite like that. Quite a nice effect. One thing that some of you were saying in the live stream last night that you weren't so keen on were these sort of canvas straps. A lot of you were saying that really they should be chains or something a bit stronger than that. I probably would agree with you. But a lot of you were getting quite anxious about that last night as I was showing it. At least on the Great Western Express, they're a different type of strap. They're a different colour. But yeah, I don't know quite how sturdy those are, to be honest. Right, we do have a yellow in front of us for a change, so I'll give it the beans. And we will, at some point, get to Southall. Is it Southall or is it Southall? I've never quite known. I'll call it Southall for ease, I think. Hopefully, we can get up to some speed on this route. I love that. I love how traffic's going past all the time. It's brilliant. I wonder if the timetable services have got this much traffic, or whether something specifically has been done to make it better. Not sure. Not sure. It was one thing I noticed in the live stream last night on the Preston Carlisle, that the scenario had quite a lot of traffic at various places along the route. So we're limited to 60, and that is a limitation of the actual wagon itself. So limited to 60. Same on the other route, same on the Preston Carlisle. But we found it was a nice relaxing run last night. So 60 seemed about right for that type of freight. But that's a double yellow. So that's good. And of course, I've just remembered that when I was trying to remember the different cargo lines, we have petroleum, we had aggregates. I got that 4. The third one, of course, was the intermodal, which hasn't been out that long, has it? That was the FCA intermodal spine wagon as well that we got with that. Aggregates, we got the HOA bogie hopper wagon. And for petroleum, we got the VTG TEA tanker wagon as well. So we're getting quite a variety of wagons appearing now in TSW, which is quite welcome. And we've got a red coming up pretty quickly. And we don't want to miss that. We do not want to spad. Brakes do take a while to come off as well, don't they? We'll try and pick it up again. I over-braked then. I panicked almost. So I think volume 1 and 2 as well, the petroleum and the aggregates, you can see them actually as we're travelling along. There's some of it on our left just before this light. Petroleum and aggregates added gameplay to this route as well, to Great Western Express. There we go, we've got the yellow, which is quite handy. I'll just find the article actually. Yeah, so petroleum and aggregates cargo lines added gameplay to Midland Main Line and the Great Western Express. Volume 2, which was the aggregates, that added services to South Eastern High Speed and the Suffragette Line. And Volume 3, Intermodal, added services to the East Coast Main Line and the West Coast Main Line South. So, a good mix of stuff coming up on a few routes. And I quite like the freight stuff. As I said, I kind of agree with some of you, though, that there is a lot of 66, but then again, the 66 is what is doing these things in real life. But it is refreshing to be able to use the 47 on the Preston Carlisle for it. Who knows, maybe in future we'll get another freight loco. Right, another red. You won't be surprised to know. Well, we just got a yellow, so that's good. Looks pretty good. Yeah, there you go. Maximum speed, 60 miles per hour. There we go. Here's some of the cargo line over here. This is the aggregates. This is the aggregate terminal, by the way. But you see, once you got these packs in as well, they all appear as AI and dotted around. Those ones are full, ready to go out. With a 66, surprise, surprise, waiting there, 66-171. But we got the priority, so off we go. If you do pick this pack up today, let me know in the comments. Tell me what you think of it. Lots of you I know will be deciding where to spend the money because most of you are expecting the Class 86 to release soon for the Preston Carlisle route. I know I am. I'm hoping it's going to be pretty soon. So you might end up buying this one, and then you might end up buying the 86 as well. But we'll see. Just trying to think if there's anything else on the horizon from the roadmap. We've not had the roadmap yet for June, have we? I don't think it's been scheduled. Maybe it's going to be next week. Maybe we'll find out a little bit more about what's coming up. Perhaps we'll get a release date or two. Yeah, see, there's plenty of freight in these sidings now. These sidings were all quite empty before, weren't they? Even though Great Western Express is a great route, always has been. It could appear quite empty. And now, if you've got these cargo line packs, it just fills it up just nicely. Now this will change to a yellow anytime. Or a green, I expect. Another severe case of overbraking there. It's fine. We've got time, we can roll up to the signal. I can see the light on our right hand side has gone green, so we've probably got something coming past us. We just got the yellow, which is good. Off we go. Just as I expected. It will look pretty good though when this is upgraded. You know, TSW's come on so far, hasn't it, since 2018 when this came out, this route. A lot of the assets, a lot of the foliage, it'll all get tidied up, replaced. Everyone's very excited for that. Just wish we knew when it was going to be. But it'll become everybody's favourite route again, I bet. Here's Southall, finally. As per usual, we go through the go via and the light changes. You never quite know though, do you, whether it's going to do that. It mostly does if you've got a go via near a light. It changes the minute you hit the little marker. It does that a lot on the East Coast main line, I've noticed. Double yellow, so things are getting better. Right, Acton Yard is our one and only stop, and that's where we terminate. 4.6 miles to go. Let's go to wagon cam, shall we? There we are. Yeah, so in reality, this is going to Wormster MOD down to Shoeburyness MOD. And I don't know where Shoeburyness is, so I don't know how far beyond Acton Yard Shoeburyness is. Someone let me know in the comments how far is that a run beyond Acton Yard. We've got some intermodal coming up on the left hand side. which we can have a quick look at. I don't know if this is the standard intermodal or whether this is the cargo line. Looks like the cargo line, doesn't it? Because we've got the different size containers there in the consist. Yeah, so there we go. That was cargo line pack 3 with that wagon there on the left hand side. And we saw a teaser, didn't we, not long ago, where we saw, it's actually in the roadmap, we saw something else that Skyhook, who make these cargo line packs, something else that they're working on, which looked suspiciously like a Class 20 chopper DRS, the blue one. There's the petroleum cargo line on the right hand side, passing us now. Looked like a Class 20 DRS livery, which has led everyone to believe we're going to get the nuclear flasks as one of the cargo line packs. So that's going to be good. I think it's kind of like, not only was it hinted, I think it's pretty much been confirmed from various people that it's going to be nuclear. I don't know whether it is or it isn't, but it seems to be, you know, everybody seems to think it's a dead cert. Would make sense, wouldn't it, with a Class 20 DRS? And again, that's another cargo line pack I would look forward to. Different type of freight, different loco to pull it, even though we have a Class 20 on as a DLC for Tees Valley, don't we? But it's a different role for the Class 20 than it currently performs up there at the Tees Valley. Now, let's get the wipers on, shall we? Where are the wipers on this? I think they're over here, aren't they? Somewhere. There they are. It did this to me last night in the live stream. We started off in wonderful weather. It was great. And as we started to get down to the main bit of the route, beyond Carnforth, when we're coming to Morecambe and we get to see the coastline, and just before that, where we were going through the Loon Gorge, it went like this. And not only that, it went really bad. We went for a full storm, and it was like that all the way to Morecambe. Which didn't really spoil it. It was just not what I anticipated. I thought we were going to get to see the route again in all its glory. Mind you, fortunately we've seen that Preston Carlisle route quite a few times. You have if you watch this channel. Let's have some breaks as we approach the entry into Acton Yard. And we'll try and do it this time without coming to a complete stop. Here's the back of our train. Quiet at the back, isn't it? .8 miles to go. So a yellow and a red just after the station. So we'll keep it at this speed in case we need to come to a stop. Just going yellow, so we're good. Yeah, one thing with this weather that's a little bit unfortunate is the actual wagons themselves don't get wet. So, got the Bakerloo over there at Ealing Broadway. Am I actually seeing these? No, they're all armoured, aren't they? We can't even look inside. Right, we've just got about a mile to go, so let's just pop back in. Just acknowledge this yellow once we hit the magnet. There we go. 15 on entrance to the yard. God, those wipers are noisy, aren't they? I've always thought that. Right, we need to be down to 15 quite shortly. We do have a shunt signal there. Underneath that main signal, that's for us. And as I hoped, over here in Acton Yard, we've got a bit more of the old cargo line pack freight just waiting, as you would expect. There's the 15 board. Let's release the brake now we're at that. So these are the aggregates. Yeah, if you're picking this back up, do enjoy it. And as I said earlier, let me know in the comments what you think of it. I know there's a few of you that are fans of these cargo line packs anyway. And are probably picking this up, you know, no matter what, because you like your freight stuff. But do let me know. And I hope you've enjoyed this little look. We covered both routes now, so hopefully that's given you a decent look. We've got plenty of 66s in the game, haven't we? And they all seem to be sat here in this yard. I don't mind, it's nice to see it filled up. $200 yards. And a last HST past us for good measure. And that is us. He says, but he's not on the marker. Typical, isn't it? Oh, it's been very picky with me, isn't it? Let's do what it says. Let's do what it says. There she goes. Now we can put the brakes on. Good progress so far. Traffic only gets worse as we approach central London. Thanks very much everybody for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. Do give me a little like. And I'll see you on the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye for now.